Hi guys, welcome. Today again we're talking about EB2-NIW. And as you know, I'm not a lawyer, I'm a consultant and I'm just gleaning and explaining. I'm a medical scientist. I'm trying to support you the way experience I gained from my own application and application of other that I've helped to prepare. And today we're talking about the executive orders within the 100 day of a new president, President Trump, about 150 executive order has been signed. And if you want to really craft a winning petition, you have to consider the focus of the new government. And today, I'm just going to brief you through how this new executive order can impact your application, can help your application to be better, can help you to refine your focus, and you get, you know, a joker application. Okay, without much ado, we're going to just start talking about the US executive order implication or on EB2-NIW. The new focus of the government is changing, and there's no way you can understand it except you look at the executive order that has been released and how it's impacting your application, especially for those people that are coming in new, just wondering, okay, what area is the government focused on? So today I'm just going to explain in detail few things that have changed within the new administration. So number one and the most critical thing that has changed is the government is removing barrier from American AI innovation and establishing a working group with the cryptocurrency and blockchain. With that, you understand that if you want to do a proposed endeavor, that has to do with AI, that has to do with technology, especially crypto and the blockchain. And somebody was discussing with me some months ago, which was not really the intent or the focus about STEM. But now with this executive order, the government is saying we're prioritizing anything that has to do with American AI innovation and cryptocurrency blockchain. So you can package your proposed endeavor towards it, provided your education align with the proposed endeavor. You can't just do medical scientist and just decided that you want to do cryptocurrency. You're going to get an RFE because there's no alignment. But if you do a computer science and you are talking about doing a blockchain, it will be understandable. Secondly, there's a digital currency search. For those people that have expertise in digital currency, if you do accounting, finances, and you can even package anything that has to do with digital currency as your proposed endeavor, the government now is the government is prohibiting the creation of digital currency. So understanding the prohibition knows that it's no go area and you have to focus on just the blockchain and the AI digital. So it's prohibition. It's not helping you. Then the second thing apart from AI that the government is critically focusing on, which has been on before, but the government is making it another priority now, is the energy independence and environmental sanity. Um, Many people were talking about sustainability. The government is not really prioritizing sustainability, but the way they came in is that they declare an energy emergency, expediting energy projects, ensuring freedom of choice of gas and power appliances. What does it mean to your proposed endeavor? For those people that have a project that they can do or they want to come and solve a problem, since this area has been declared as a national energy emergency, is going to be a winning proposed endeavor if you craft it and you have a visible plan and it aligned with your education and experience. So any project that has to do with energy, that has to do with gas, that has to do with you know is revoking, the government is revoking the drilling in Alaska and eliminating Biden electric vehicle targets. What does that have as implication? Before, Biden has put a target on electric vehicle that can be sold, that the 50% of the electric vehicle produced in US will be sold. But now that barrier is being revoked and the restriction of drilling in Alaska is removing. So that shows that if you have anything that's you pro package toward electric car or you're an engineer and you want to do a proposed endeavor that will put solution to electric car, it's going to be a welcome proposed endeavor. providing water to California wildfires. So some people, it's been restricted before, but now the executive order has opened it up. So you should be okay to go ahead and just do what you need to do, providing support. Whether hydro, somebody was discussing me with me the other time, was asking, can I do something like hydroelectric, bringing water, purifying water? These are the thing, especially if your proposed endeavor is going to start from California. So these are the new executive order that has been released in the couple of days. I'm not a politician, so I just remove those ones that actually connected and concern EB2 just to discuss with you so that you can craft your petition and you can focus towards this new area. Securing the border and the border protection too. This one might not have direct impact on EB2, but indirect impact. Currently, the government is freezing admission of refugee and allow case by case approval. So refugee coming in back or whatever is not going to happen again. And most of the EB2 clients, sometimes because with EB2, you have to be on a visa, even though refugee status is not regarded as a visa status, but you have to be on a visa status. And some have used refugee to try, you know, to change to EB2. But now the government is freezing that. And another thing is that the government is withdrawing, US government is withdrawing from WHO participation. What is the implication of that for your EB2? Like when I put in my application, there are some things that I did that is endeavor that is appreciated because they had to do with World Health Organization, COVID, and everything. But this government is saying that the World Health Organization performed very bad during COVID, and US is withdrawing from World Health Organization. The fact that US is the biggest, financier of this organization, and they are withdrawing. That means if you craft your application and you are projecting World Health Organization, it's not going to be as acceptable as it used to be in the past since US is no more a member of the organization. And I think that's taking effect in 12 months' time. So any application before then might still be fine. But after then, stressing about World Health Organization contribution is not going to be that much, even though it will still have its weight, but the weight is going to be low. And that's another thing that has happened is that the federal government of US have signed a executive order to retract and anybody that has been retrenched because of COVID vaccine and all that. He has reversed it. Without COVID vaccine, now you can go into your employment and do whatever you need to do. So if you are working on vaccine, there's no more vaccine mandate and all that. So you just have to be aware of this one. And also, the new government has signed an executive order ensuring that there's not going to be priority for diversity. Maybe you are saying that before, during Biden era, they have quota for diversity, inclusion, all those things. This government is saying, no, we don't want any priority for diversity. What we want is color blind merit. Whether you are black, whether you are red, whether you are blue, whether you are green, once you have your merit, yes, get in. We don't want to give priority because of where you come from or where. So this is the new, and how will it affect you? Gender equality, and how will this thing affect you? If you are crafting your petition and you are focusing on diversity and inclusion, you have already shoot yourself in the leg. So avoid that area because the government has signed it and he has said we are not going to consider all that again in this new era. So one of the new thing that was signed to is establish federal government emergency management emergency to review and evaluate disaster response. So for the government to select that, that means that disaster response is one of their priority. They have set up an advisor for it. They want them to look into it. So if you are packaging an endeavor that has to do with, management of emergency or disaster or looking into that, so that's going to be a good focus area for. So you have to prioritize all these few things I've mentioned to craft a winning application. You must focus on the priority of the government. We will continue to review this priority because it's just 100 days and we have 50 new executive orders. Then, as the day moves by, it will be coming. So, a stitch in time saves nine. And one of the things that I think I put down that I forgot to mention is there has been a priority set up for science. There's an advisory committee that the new executive order set up to look into science and all those things. So science was still going to be a focus, but we don't know what the government is going to bring next. But if you have your application, this is the right time for you to craft a winning application with the new focus or with the old focus. By the time it comes to a time, we don't know what will happen, whether the focus will change entirely. So, Jumade Consulting, we're here to help you, to support you to fulfill your American dream. Just reach out to us. Let us know how we can help you. And with this, I don't know what you feel. If you feel your petition, you have already written it, is it necessary for you to change the focus or not? Would they apply, the old criteria or not? Let me hear your comments and let me know what you feel. But you have to keep safe and craft a winning petition. Subscribe to my channel, like, share, because this is the only thing you can do to encourage me as I'm giving you, good thing. I'll talk to you when we meet again. Thank you very much for watching, and bye for now. I see you in my next video.